What's good, you guys? You know who it is, man. It's your boy, Mr. Relentless Lex, and I'm back with another video. All right, so today we have Taraji P. Henson reveals why Oprah removed Wendy Williams. Now, when we say removed, I guess that's getting her off the air, canceled off the show. A lot of people have been saying a whole lot about Oprah lately, a whole lot. So we're going to jump straight into the video, you guys. Get your popcorn.
Oprah sheds tears for Wendy Williams. They meant to say Gail. But I thought that this was a joke myself. I'm like, nobody needs to shed tears for me. I got this on lock. Okay.
It's like how when R. Kelly got interviewed. Everyone's gonna want to talk to Bill Cosby just to get his side of the story.
I believe Oprah's the only one who would stoop to that level.
Yeah. You never know, man. It's thirsty
Shots
out here.
fired.
And also too, like, he was.
Shots
I'm so glad
fired.
the internet is waking up about this long forehead velociraptor looking ass bitch. I am so tired of Oprah. I really am. All these people
Bro,
in the
she
world got a
going off
problem
on
with you,
Oprah,
and
bro.
you think you ain't the problem. Even Taraji.
Oprah Winfrey can't take a break, and she really can't blame anyone but herself. This comes after Taraji P. Henson exposed her for her alleged involvement in Wendy being kicked off daytime TV. Word on the street is Oprah was actually pushing for Sherri Shepherd to be in the show, way before Wendy even got sick, as a way to get back at Wendy for always having her name in her mouth. Now, mind you, Taraji went through her own share of messiness with Oprah not too long ago, so if anyone knows the ins and outs and Oprah's dirty antics, it would be her. You see, most of y'all don't know this, but Wendy was really the only one at the time going after Oprah without any fear. While everyone else was afraid to talk about her, Wendy exposed it all. She fueled rumors about Oprah's alleged lesbian relationship with Gayle King, slammed her for selling weight loss drugs to people when she could barely even lose weight herself using the same products she was selling, and she even publicly defended Monique against Oprah. Yes, she got herself involved as well. Their beef started in 2008, when people were accusing Wendy of trying to be the next Oprah. At the time, Wendy had just stopped doing radio and launched her career as a daytime TV host. So, as usual, the media did what they did best. They saw two black women in the same field and decided to pit them against each other. But baby, Wendy wasted no time setting the record straight. She said she had zero interest in being the next Oprah, and that her show was going to be everything that the Oprah Winfrey Show failed to be.
You know, my show, Oprah was a fabulous woman when she was on network TV, and Oprah did a lot of Oprah's show was just a different vibe than mine. I don't intend on turning my show into the Oprah show. I intend on doing my hot topics. I want to giggle and wiggle, and I still want to be a fabulous oasis for people to come once a day for an hour and have a good time, and then we all go home. Yeah. I don't have a lot of kumbaya moments. I enjoyed them on Oprah, but I'm not, I have to do a show that's true to my personality, and my personality is responsible, reliable, and accountable. I will be 47 this month, so what I want you to do when you turn on the Wendy show is know that you can take an oasis from your own problems. Because when I do my show, it's taking an oasis from my own life. So no, I am not the void of Oprah.
Oh, okay, well, speaking of your own life, the
only thing the only reason why people say that is because we're both black, by the way.
And it only got worse from here.
Thanks.
Fast forward
That's
to
probably what
2011.
it
It was announced that Gayle King was leaving Oprah's network to go work at CBS. And once again, Wendy had a lot to say about this, even saying that Oprah and Gayle are secretly messing around after she said she had gotten word that Oprah and Gayle's relationship was on the rocks. Things got even easier when Essence magazine published an article claiming that Oprah wrote a letter to Wendy threatening her for talking about this. In fact, they said Oprah seemingly left a shady remark at the end of the letter, telling Wendy to stay black. What does that even mean? It sounded to a lot of people that Oprah was throwing shade at Wendy because her show had a gossipy tone to it, which most people associate with black women. And it's crazy that Oprah would say this, especially since she's been accused of specifically catering to white folks. Like, do y'all remember the 50 Cent drama? You see, back when 50 was still climbing up in the industry, he was desperate to clean up his image because people only saw him as a gangster, even though he was hitting some really big milestones in the industry. industry, and at the time, there was no better place to do that than the Oprah Winfrey Show. But when the idea came to Oprah's table, she said no. The interview eventually ended up happening, but 50 was still upset that Oprah gave him such a hard time before finally agreeing to do it. He felt she only turned him down because he didn't fit what her mostly white audience would want to see. He said, "I think she caters to older white women. Oprah's audience is my audience's parents, so I couldn't care less about Oprah or her show. She was completely against everything that was in my music, so she ain't never going to have me on that show. I'm never going to reach that platform," which is confirmation of you being a huge success. So I just said, okay, if we can't be friends, then at least let's be enemies. I'm actually better off having friction with her. 50 Cent's public beef with Oprah basically opened the door for everyone else she had allegedly done wrong to step forward and expose her dirty
Y'all
laundry.
know how 50 Cent is. He gonna capitalize regardless.
Ludacris was one of them, and he went in on her for allegedly trying to use him as a punching bag when he appeared on her show to promote his movie Crash.
You know, I was there for Crash, for the movie.
Yeah.
And basically she said something about not agreeing with my music, but she thought I did great in the movie. And of course I was up there with the whole cast of Crash. And so I didn't necessarily feel like that needed to be said. You know, you didn't agree with my music. And even if you don't agree with certain songs I made, say you don't agree with certain songs, don't say you just don't agree with all of my music.
Anyway, going back to the letter that Oprah supposedly wrote to Wendy, Oprah actually denied ever sending the letter once she saw all the backlash that came with it. But Wendy wasn't letting up on her at all. Wendy actually went on air and confirmed that Oprah did in fact send her a letter. I love when celebrities contact the Wendy show to set the record straight, because that means that they're watching. Wendy then took things a step further in 2018 when she body-shamed the hell out of Oprah for selling weight loss to people while barely losing weight herself. At the time, Oprah was working with Weight Watchers, and despite all the harmful effects we know that products like that caused, Oprah was still promoting their products because she had a 10% stake in the company. Well, Wendy saw what was going on, and she had a lot to say about it. I could have sworn she would pop her corset because, you know, Oprah is not the best spokesperson for a weight loss company.
Yes, because Oprah is the new face of Weight Watchers, plus she's got that investment with Weight Watchers, so she's like a boss and a dieter at the same time. There are a few pounds to lose. But if she doesn't lose any weight at all, and all she is a boss at Weight Watchers, you girls, don't be mad at Oprah because you guys dropped the football and she picked it up and ran to the bank with it.
But if you thought all this was bad, wait till you hear the rest. People actually believe this was what finally pushed Oprah to allegedly destroy Wendy's career and get her replaced by Sherri Shepherd. So if y'all remember, Oprah and Monique got into a really nasty fight at some point after Monique accused Oprah and Tyler Perry of blacking her. According to Monique, she was paid only $50K to be in the movie Precious. But once the movie came out and started generating buzz, both Tyler and Oprah came to her, expecting her to travel the world doing press for it. And here's the part that really takes the cake. They expected her to foot the bill herself. You genuinely cannot make this up. When she refused this, they allegedly pulled strings to blackball her. And when Monique
So they wanted her to go on a promo run for the movie Precious, but spend her own money on food, airplane, room and board. No security. If she has security, that's out her pocket too. That's crazy.
exposed them for
$50,000 is really nothing when it comes out to the movie money.
For this, Oprah took the beef to helm by inviting Monique's brother, whom Monique had previously accused of essaying her.
To first acknowledge what I've been in denial for 37 years. And that is, I did assault and inappropriately touch my sister in manners that were not comfortable for her. And for that, I apologize.
Brother ever apologized to you?
The apology that I got from my brother is, if you think I did something wrong, then I'm sorry.
They were my exact words to my sister. Well, there's no more if you think I did it. You were absolutely right with what you said. I did it.
Now, there's two parts to Oprah Winfrey that I haven't really spoken about publicly. The other part with Oprah Winfrey is, yeah, you let me get thrown under the bus and you said nothing. The other part is you mess with my family. You mess with my mother, my father. She called me about my brother, right? Mm-hmm. And I said, listen, everybody can change. He wanted to apologize for molesting me. She said, Monique, would it be okay that he comes on? And would you like to come on? I said, I don't want nothing to do with that cat. but I don't want to get in the way of his blessing. If he's changing, I don't want to stop that. She never said my mother. She never said my father. Now, I know who my parents were because they're both gone. I know who they are. I know my mother's greed. I know my father's greed. And you did not say that you were going to have my parents, because had you said you had my mother. Now, we had a conversation and I said to her, me and my mother are not in a good place.
Word on the street is that Wendy and Oprah got into it really badly behind the scenes after Wendy learned of what Oprah did to Monique. But here's where things get crazy. Wendy didn't think for a second that she would end up as the next Monique. But baby, that's exactly what happened. Once she began getting sick, she was immediately thrown out and replaced by Sherri Shepherd. And guess what? Oprah was one of the loudest people when Sherri replaced Wendy. She even appeared on the show to congratulate Sherri. But when Wendy was the one hosting, she never once mentioned or showed any support for her whatsoever. Sherri was even crying over the interview, y'all. The whole thing was beginning to look like Oprah pulled strings to get her to take over Wendy. At least that's what people were saying.
You are certainly delivering a lot of people, and Sherri, I would cry with you, but my lashes got to get me through.
I know, girl. I got the long ones on too. I can't lose these lashes. I can't lose this face.
I'll never forget your interview with Oprah Winfrey, who opened the door for you, for me. You brought something out of Oprah that I had never seen before. She was laughing, she was light, and you could tell that she understood that you knew and know who you are. And that's something I haven't seen before or since, so I want to make sure I give you your flowers. Do you have any other dream guests, Sherri, out there?
You make me cry.
It's the truth, Sherri. You are that girl, and I want you to know that, because I've been watching and studying Oprah since I was 9 years old. And for the first time in my life, I went, whoa. She went from being idol to auntie, friend, bestie, and it was because of you.
If y'all remember, Wendy had a really hard time accepting that she was getting replaced by Sherri. Debmar Mercury had absolutely no problem throwing Wendy under the bus the moment her health started declining, and Sherri was sitting right there ready to step in, even though she had already been making the rounds at multiple networks looking for a slot and getting turned down everywhere she went. Debmar didn't pick Sherri up because they believed in what she brought to the table. They simply needed another black woman to fill the seat the last black woman had just vacated, and Sherri happened to be available at the right time. And that's exactly why letting her go comes so easily to them.
I have some big news for you. Starting in September, I am debuting my own talk show, Sherri! I have always wanted to do a talk show. Even before I joined The View in 2007, I wanted this job bad. I'm telling you, I called Barbara every day. About 4 years ago, I started telling God, I said, Lord, I want a talk show. And when God says it's so, it will be. Thank you.
Did you hear about Wendy saying she won't be watching your new show? Yeah, I watched Wendy Williams, her live with Fat Joe. Absolutely did. And I did watch that I did hear Wendy say she will not watch me on the new show. And that's okay. I understand. I'm not mad at Wendy. She's going through a lot. I would say that everybody should be praying for Wendy right now. I'm very concerned. I'm really, truly concerned about her, because I don't feel like there's anybody over there protecting her. And it's really hard when there's no protection around you and you just have people hanging on. So, yeah. But I'm not mad at Wendy because she won't watch my show. If you was worried about everybody that don't like you or not gonna watch you, you'd be I already got a broken shoe. I can't take on no more stress. So, let's see what's going on, child.
But I'm glad that I'm able to talk about when I come back, you know?
Okay, so is there plans for a new show, or are you coming back to the Wendy Williams show?
Coming back to the Wendy Williams show. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Wow.
It's been a long time, Miss Wendy. I don't know now.
Shepherd taking over the show, a new, what?
But I won't be watching her because I know what she's going to be doing, and that's really not my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, anyway, but I love I love being on my own show, and I love that people love to watch it, you know.
Well, now we know why Wendy was kicked out so fast. And allegedly, Taraji got to know about it once she had her own messy situation with Oprah. Things came to a head in 2023 when Taraji came out and put Oprah on blast for underpaying her for the color purple. She later sat down for an interview with Oprah's best friend, Gayle King, where she opened up about seriously considering walking away from acting entirely. But while Taraji was clearly going through a genuinely painful moment on that show, Gayle was doing the opposite of supporting her. She was downplaying her feelings and treating her pain like it was something to laugh at.
You had the audacity to say you're thinking about stopping acting. We said, stop talking. Are you thinking about it?
Tired of working so hard, being gracious at what I do, getting paid a fraction of the cost. I'm tired of hearing my sisters say the same thing over.
After that horrible experience, Taraji got to know just how manipulative Oprah was. Just like Ellen DeGeneres, she was all about kindness on the front, but a backstabber when the camera started rolling. As long as it kept her image clean and kept her mostly white audience clear, Oprah was ready to sacrifice anyone and anybody. As usual, people had their thoughts, like this person who said, when Oprah passed the so-called baton to Sherri, Sherri didn't know what it meant. But now I want to know your thoughts. What do you think about Taraji exposing Oprah for allegedly having a hand in Wendy losing her show? And do you really think Oprah pulled strings to help Sherri get in Wendy's seat? Let me know your
Of course I did. Well, of course I do. I think everybody that hears all these allegations about Oprah and how she is as a person, bro, I wouldn't doubt it. She wanted, Oprah don't like competition. She does not like competition. Wendy Williams was her competition. And to me, Wendy had more of a spice with her in her show. I don't even watch neither shows, but if I had to choose one, I'd probably go with Wendy, bro, by her energy. I like Wendy's personality. I like her energy. She's funny. Oprah just like 50 Cent said, I think she's have an audience that's not her complexion. I mean, her color. And that's how she moves. And like she told Monique, she said, hey, you want to continue to be over there being black, whatever that means, you know. But, you know, you can't hide who you really are. There's so many people that have been saying different things about Oprah. And if it looked like a duck and it quacked like a duck, I always say it's a duck. Hey, I don't know what you guys may call it, but I'm going to call it a duck. But thank you guys for watching the video to the end, man. Hopefully you watch it to the end. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. And until next time, as always, peace and love.